Now available in stores.
I've been doing this a long time. And one thing I can tell you is you've got to have nerves of steel. Okay, just a spooky room, nothing to worry about. He's surprisingly well groomed for a dead guy. It hasn't aged at all. Must be full of preservatives.
Hey Gus, maybe don't talk to yourself so much on camera. It's not super professional.
Sorry, when'd you get here?
I've been here the whole time. You're the slowpoke.
Well, not all of us can phase through walls.
What can I say? Being dead has its perks. Hey, what you got there?
I don't know, maybe some sort of ancient tome. Let me have a look.
Gus can't read. He's a dog.
I think it's a phone book. Either that or a TV guide.
Rad Sandwich is us. It's a we're a two-man team from Montreal. We kind of focus on making a lot of just very almost experimental games, just things that surprise people and are usually not at all what people expect when they think about a video game. Poltergus is a point-and-click adventure game, the likes of which you've never seen before. It tells the story of Gus, a talking dog, and his best friend Nancy, who is the ghost of the world's greatest detective, who host a reality TV show about ghost hunting in a weird world where everyone knows that ghosts exist.
I think it's also just pretty silly and absurd, and that's been, I think, our strength so far, and
Yeah.
what kind of ties us as a working duo.
First time we were working together was a game that you control by high-fiving each other.
That first game was Space Bro, which was like a cartoon game where you play as space cops and you
Battle evil with the power of friendship. Like actual friendship amongst
Yeah.
the two people playing.
you harness platonic energy using your high 5,000 gloves.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great.
That's been kind of what we've been doing for most of the time up till now.
We've been experimenting with kind of like really weird play styles.
That's a little bit what we're trying to do with Poltergus now, is change what people expect when they're thinking about story in games. One of the things that I really like is that we're going to be never taking away your control over the camera. And that leads into a bit of why we're adding all these VR options, is that we want you to always be able to choose what you're looking at, but then we also want to use that to kind of again, surprise players. So you might look at a character who's pointing and screaming at something that's behind you, and then when you turn around, rather than see what's behind you, we use the time while you're turning to jump you into another scene. And I think that just constantly surprising people through the actual game mechanics and the way that they're interacting with the game is just really, really fun.
It's funny, actually, for Poltergus, I spent a lot of time looking at certainly other cartoons that are out there, but namely specific artists that I'm a huge fan of, and the way that they deal with lighting and color. But also I've been looking at old book covers for mystery novels and stuff like that, to try and get a feel for that kind of setting. The first things that we'll be setting up is testing new ways to do the art, to kind of find the most efficient way to do it for this project and make sure that it all reads really well on a screen or in a headset as well.
Point-and-click adventures are still kind of following the same general format that they always have. You're interacting with this point-and-click adventure in a totally new way. The whole thing is first person. You're swapping between characters in first person. We're going to have virtual reality options. All of that is stuff that a lot of people haven't really played around with in adventure games.
There's a lot of things going on in this game that kind of haven't been done before. So we're really looking forward to see how it works.